Hi YouTube, it's Retail Tessa. It's definitely been a while since I've done a video, so I wanted to do one here for you today. I'm actually going to do an Amazon order. I'm in the process of putting labels on and packing my latest Amazon FBA shipment. So I figured I would do that. It definitely has been a couple months since I've done a video with Christmas, and we had my niece's wedding in January, and there's just been a lot of other stuff going on, sicknesses, stuff like that. It's just one of those things. So unfortunately, when it comes to priorities, eBay is the priority as far as business. YouTube is not. So YouTube takes a back seat. That's just kind of the way that it goes. But at any rate, real quick summary, we made, let's see, November, yes, November we hit 22.25 for our sales combined between all of our accounts. And for December, we hit 22.96. So we did very well. Did not get as much of an increase as I had hoped with December, but at the same time with December up until the 15th was really, really good. And it was 90% of that number is the first 2 weeks in December. And then the last 2 weeks in December, it started dropping off because not as many people were buying for Christmas and things like that. So of course that happens. And then with January, I actually haven't even done my total for January. I know we didn't hit my goal, which at the time was 2,500. I really didn't even list hardly anything in January, really didn't even work much. It just ended up being one of those things where, like I said, life has kind of taken over. We've had a lot of other stuff going on. So that's pretty much the way that it's gone. February, I'm definitely not going to hit goal, but I'm definitely finally starting to get back in the groove. I've been working on some new systems, putting some new systems in place that are going to help me. And also picked up my son doing pictures now as well. Hopefully at least once a week he'll be doing pictures, but I'm not real sure. And I may go ahead and look into having someone else in the neighborhood come and help me, and possibly even using a listing service like is it Ink Frog? I want to say it's Ink Frog. I could be totally wrong on that, but regardless, I'm going to be looking into some things like that, and work on really increasing the sales. One sad thought or just sad thing that did happen to us is in December, right before Christmas, probably just a week before Christmas. We did have to put Lucy Lou down. That was our pointer mix that you would see very often come up here, and she would stand on my chair and put her head right here on my shoulder. We had to say goodbye to her. She was a rescue, had a lot of issues, and we think that she may have either had brain damage from something that happened to her before she came into our house, or she had a tumor. She just had began to become more and more aggressive with us and with our other dog, and it just wasn't logical. It wasn't typical canine behavior, where it wasn't like she was only going after the weaker dog because we had puppies in the house and she wasn't going after them. And then she also attacked my brother's dog, who was actually a much bigger dog. So like there were some things that were going on with her, and other behaviors as well that we were having issues with, that had just things very quickly came to a peak, and we had to make a decision on her. So you'll no longer see Lucy in our videos, and I'm really sad about that. Our other dog, Max, is still around. You really don't see him much because he's about 9 years old. He's already old enough that he kind of just lays around, and very rarely actually kind of comes running through the house. So not going to see him as much, but he is still around here. So anyways, let's see. Let's move on to what we are doing. Let's see. And I forgot to pull this up before I started. So we have picked up quite a few things for Amazon recently in different places. And actually, currently I have my Amazon settings to go ahead and then remove anything that has been sitting for 6 months. So if it's sitting for 6 months, they're going to automatically ship it back to me. Currently have 11 items that are fixing to come back to us probably here in the next week. And that's only going to leave us 4 things in inventory. So we've done really, really well with our sell-through rate. It's one thing about Amazon that I really do like. And some of the things that are being sent back to us, we may very well turn around and list them on eBay and even sell them. And there have been times when I've sold things for a good bit of money, actually. So anyways, let's just move on. And this is what we currently have. So I'm just going to go down the list because that's probably the easiest thing to do. So this is one of the things we recently picked up. I think my husband probably paid either $1.99 or $2.99 for this at a recent thrift store shop. So even if we say $3 was our cost, it is currently selling for, it looks like $44 maybe on Amazon. I actually listed it a little high. I listed it at $49.99 because I believe there was a couple of these that were actually listed for $51, and I think that's a little bit high, but I also like to start my Amazon listings high until it gets to the warehouse and then maybe adjust the price down. Because if I started at the lower price, if I put it in at the matching price, it starts a bidding war to the bottom really fast before my item is ever even available. And so I don't want to drive the price down when my item's not even there to be sold. So I do start them off a little higher sometimes. I still should probably be able to get at least $40 for this item. You figure it costs us about $11. It's going to be about $29 in profit on this item. So that's a nice little profit. I'm just going to, I want to work on my stickers while I'm doing this, just so I can kill two birds with one stone. If you're not available or not familiar with Amazon FBA, one of the things that they do is they do require a laser printed label on here, this barcode, and this barcode basically points back to you as the seller. And so that way when the item sells or if it gets returned, they know who it came from based on that label. And so I have to put these on the box, and I actually have to cover the barcode that's already on the box. So there was a barcode already here, and I just put my barcode over top of it. And that item is now ready to go into the warehouse. So, all right, now, next thing. The next thing we have is a broadband and system link cables 2-pack for Xbox 360. These are something that actually was not even listed on Amazon, but I found they're actually, okay, let me correct that. There actually was a listing, but there was none available at the time. I actually bought a couple bulk lots of items off of eBay recently, and this came in the middle of that bulk lot, and there's quite a few of these items that were in there that I bought that actually are going to Amazon. And when it all came down, I paid about 80 cents an item for them. And then there was a bunch of DVDs and CDs and just a bunch of stuff that I could sell on eBay as well. And so I decided that at 80 cents a piece that I would go ahead and get the items. This particular item is selling for currently $25.99. It has a really good rank, but there were none available. So we'll see how that goes. So let's see, fees are about $8.69. So you can figure less than $10 is what it's costing me. So I'm going to make about $16 on this item. And make sure that that one's going to be a little harder. All right, so I'm just going to put that sticker. Now, this is something that you do have to kind of worry about with Amazon is you want to cover up the old barcode. Now, this barcode is here, but it's shorter than my label and the barcode that's on here. And so I don't want to fold, I can't have that barcode folded up into this spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the old barcode on here because I don't want them to accidentally scan the wrong barcode. So I'm just covering the old barcode at the bottom with a blank sticker that covers it. There's my barcode, and then that works. This is another item that was from the bulk grouping that I bought on eBay. This particular item is selling for $14.99. It has $5 in fees, so you can figure about $6 in fees. We're going to make about $9 on this item. I was pleasantly surprised, and the two lots that I bought came from the same seller, and he said that he was getting off of Amazon due to some health issues, and so he was selling off his items at a discounted rate. And the first lot that came was not quite as good of product as I had hoped for, but I'll still make my money back off of it. Even with shipping, like I said, the shipping is included in that. When I say I paid about 80 cents a piece, shipping was included. So that's fine. This is another item from that same lot, a Sound Push Plus orange Panasonic headphones. These are plug-in, and again, about 80 cents a piece. This is $8 in fees, so about $9 is what it cost us. It's currently selling for $34.99. Now, again, you know, I tend to go a little bit high. So currently the lowest price is set at $25.99, but there were several that were set at $35.99 or $39.99. So I still think that's pretty good price, and I may adjust that a little bit and come down, but either way, there's room for me to play because my cost is only about $9. All right. I'm going to skip around just a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. This particular item, my husband and I picked up at the thrift store. I'm not even sure where we picked these up at, but I think we paid $4.99 a piece for them. We ended up buying 4. They actually had a whole bunch more, but we didn't really want to take the risk and more because we weren't sure about the packaging. The packaging is a little different from the picture on Amazon, but when we got it home and looked at it, the UPC is the same, the item's the same, the manufacturer's the same, and everything in the box is the same. So once we realized it is the same product, even though the packaging is slightly different, we knew that we could still sell it under Amazon's listing. And so at $3.99, okay, we'll say $4.99, $5.99, $4.99 a piece, or $5. This is $7 in fees, so you figure it's going to cost us about $12 to sell it. This particular item is selling for $23, so you figure we're going to make about $11 a piece. And like I said, we've ended up buying 4 of these. It does have a little bit slower of a rank, but still something that moves. Not too slow. So like I said, I just want to I'm trying to get my box packed as I'm going here, and just trying to save myself a little bit of work. Okay. We picked up these games. It's a game called Poor Taste. And we actually picked this up in, I believe we picked these up in Target, actually. Yeah. Hasbro. Yeah, this one actually doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure that these were picked up in Target. It could have been picked up in Walmart, I guess. Either way, we paid $3.75 for these, and let me find it. Just like the Rollers games, which we sold all of. Oh, there it is. Okay. They currently have a listing price of $14.99 with about $7 in fees. So you can figure a little over $10 is what it's costing us to ship. We're only going to make $5 on this item. Now, it's been sitting here for a month. We actually picked these up at the very beginning of January, and we probably should have sent them in immediately, and the price was a little higher because I think at the time they were selling for $16.99. So the prices dropped significantly, but we'll still make a few dollars per game, and man, there's more than one. That still works. It brings it up. We'll still end up making about $10 on the listing, and that's really kind of our goal, so that works. Not exactly optimal, but good enough. All right. This is another item from that lot of things that I paid about 80 cents for, and a 10-pack of DVD rewritable disc with the jewel cases. It's currently selling for $34.29 through FBA. My cost, again, is only about 80 cents, and the fees are $9, so it's about $10 in cost for us to sell. So we're going to make about $24 on this item. again, I'm just finding the right barcode that has my item and covering the barcode with my barcode so that when they scan it. The other thing I do when I pack my boxes for FBA is to always try and pack them in a box so that the barcodes are on top. So as they open it and they're bringing it out, it kind of helps speed up their process because the barcode is facing up as they open it. And I do that as much as possible. It's not always possible, but it does happen. In this box, it's still not going to be big enough. I'm thinking I'm going to have to split the shipment into a couple, but I guess we'll get there. All right. Let's see here. Telezapper. Here's another one. Pretty sure this is from that lot as well. So again, 80 cents. It's a Telezapper, has $8 in fees, and is currently selling for $24.99. So it's going to be about, I guess, about $15 in profit on this item. And, you know, like I always try to remind you guys, I really just kind of do a very quick estimate. So sometimes they may be off a little bit when I give you that number, and then you always have to adjust because things do, the prices do change. They come down a little bit. It is just kind of business the way that it works, but just keep in mind that the price, it doesn't necessarily sell for what I have it listed for. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get all this stuff in this box now that I'm looking at it all. I was hoping it would all fit because they put it all in one box when I did the shipment. We ended up with 22 different SKUs and 33 items, which is probably our biggest shipment yet that we've ever sent in. So it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me, I do believe, as far as figuring out how to ship this particular box. Okay. Picked these up in a thrift store actually probably even back in December maybe, and pretty sure we paid 40 cents a piece for these. These are old IBM non-corrective ribbing for a typewriter type device, and it's not something that's selling a lot, but it is selling, and for the either 40 or 60 cents that we paid for them, has $4 in fees. It's currently selling for $12.95. So you can figure about $8 in profit. Yeah, about $8 in profit. And we actually have 3 of these. So again, you know, those multiples ends up meaning that instead of $8 in profit, we should make about $24 in profit off of this listing. And of course, that's, you know, give or take a little bit for drop in prices, because with Amazon, prices do tend to fluctuate a little bit. All right, I'll flip those stickers. All right, here is another one. This we bought at a thrift shop. I'm pretty sure that the price on this was like 80 cents. I know it wasn't more than $1 because I remember how cheap this was, and it's currently selling for $31.95, and it has $9 in fees. So you can figure we're going to make about $21 in profit off of this item. And this item actually doesn't even have a barcode, but we still have to put a barcode on it. So there we go. With 33 different items, trying to find my labels is not always the easiest. So, all right. All right, we found this at our local thrift store. I believe we paid 99 cents for it. It's a Gettysburg Address jigsaw puzzle. actually a pretty cool puzzle. And if I wasn't trying to make some money off of it, probably would have turned around and actually done the puzzle because I thought it was kind of neat. $7 in fees. That means it's a total of about $8 in cost for us. It is selling currently for $18.99. So that's a profit of about $10 on this item. And even if the price comes down, because they do tend to kind of come down, the price on it currently is showing $14.99 versus what I actually have the item listed for of $18.99. So it's about $4 difference. But either way, I mean, a $10 profit on that item, even if it comes down and I only make $6, well, I mean, that's still not bad. Wish I would have found some more of them, though. That would have been nice. All right, these little things. I'm not going to make as much on these as I would have liked, but that's okay. These are the Mark My Time digital bookmarks. I actually picked these up at Target. They were on clearance. I paid $2 a piece for them. They have $4 in fees, so about $6 in cost for us to actually sell these. They currently are selling for about $10.99, so that's about $5 in profit. Now, that's a lower profit than I would have liked. However, I was able to pick up 5 of these for this price. And one of the things that I found was even if they don't sell on Amazon, I will stick to my higher price even if the price drops. If they don't sell on Amazon, I'll have them sent back to me. I will lot them up probably in August and sell all 5 of them together. So it's one of those things, again, where the multiples makes it worth my time, and I can turn around and sell it on eBay even if it doesn't sell on Amazon. So that's always a good thing. Pretty excited about the profit in that. And especially, like I said, 5 of those. I mean, if we can make $4 profit on each one on 5, well, then that's $20. So again, you're talking one listing. One listing, but 5 items. Makes it very worth it for the time. So let's see. This is the last of some of my older stuff. As my husband and I have been going through a lot of things and getting other things, we have picked up some things that were in other areas and of the house, and things that my husband was holding on to because he tends to buy and then not get it listed, and then he forgets that it's there. So this was probably one of those things, I'm pretty sure. Again, he probably didn't pay more 99 cents for it. Let's see. Currently is selling for $5.99, and this is one of those items that we're pretty much just going to get our money back on. It's selling for $5.99, but the fees are $3.99. So we're going to get, it's costing us $5. We're only going to make a quarter, but I'm going to send it into Amazon because it is going to sell really quickly and we'll get our money back because it's something that's been sitting here. And it really doesn't weigh anything. So it's not really going to cost us anything to ship it to them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. This is another item my husband actually had in his stash of stuff. He had a bin of leap pad type stuff. This is a brand new, still sealed, Little Touch leap pad, Rainbow Fish. And Rainbow Fish is one of those highly sought after kids stories, and this is compatible with the Little Touch leap pad. Basically, it's a leap pad for children, and has the book and the cartridge in there. Like I said, it's brand new, still sealed. Currently sells for, the lowest price right now is actually $49.95, and it has $8 in fees. I'm sure my husband didn't pay more than $1 or so for it. So you can still figure that we're probably going to make about $40 on this item, actually. So that's an exciting one. Doesn't happen very often, but my first leap to the moon. No, it's that one. This one, English. All right, this is another item that was in with my husband's stuff. And again, I know based on his prices that he probably didn't pay more than $1 or so for it. And actually, he probably only paid like 80 cents. And yep, that's been sitting around for so long that it's just got a layer of dust on it. Normally, I try to clean this stuff up a little bit better, but I think it's even been sitting since I put it in my Amazon bin. So just trying to wipe that off a little bit before I put it in the box to be shipped out. I'm sure there's going to be dust from the Amazon warehouse too. Let's see here. Currently, this one is selling for $15.99 with $5 in fees. So you figure about $6 in cost will make about $9 off of this item. A lot of Elite Frog stuff is actually not selling now for what it used to. So I would be careful about what you do pick up and definitely, do your research that you know ahead of time. But there's definitely some money to be made. All right. One of our recent thrift shop trips, my husband found this. I believe he paid 40 cents for this. Yeah, there we go. And this is currently selling for $19.50 with about $7 in fees. So you can figure less than $8 is what it's costing us to ship. This should give us about $11 in profit. And like I said, as we've done this longer and longer, we've gotten better and better at it. So that, like I said, we only have 4 items currently that's going to be sitting in our inventory, and 11 items that are coming back for the last 6 months. And those things were actually from 6 months ago. So they've actually been in storage for 6 months. But once those 11 items come back to us, there's only 4 items sitting in our inventory at Amazon right now. And I haven't sent in anything since December. So you can pretty much say that we are getting better because there's fewer things left when they do send us our excess inventory, where I think the last time they sent us our excess inventory, we had like 20 something items sitting there. So we're definitely getting better at paying attention to the rankings and making sure that we're going to make the price that we need to make to actually get a profit. So these items came from that lot. Those 2 lots that I said I bought off of eBay. So you could figure about 80 cents per item. This is a V-Reader Chuggington the Train set. It's currently selling for $12.99 with $5 in fees. So you can figure it's costing us about $6 to sell this item. So $12.99 list price. We are going to make about $6 in profit. If I was buying the item, I probably wouldn't have bought it unless I could make 40 cents on it, or buy it for like 40 cents, 60 cents, something like that, less than $1. But the ranking is pretty good on it. So it still was, something that's going to move pretty fast. The next item is these V-Smile Motion and cartridges. And actually, there are 2 of these. These are both the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. There's 2 brand new ones. They're both still sealed and closed, have not been opened. Currently selling on Amazon for $27.99 with $7 in fees. So you can figure it's costing us about $8 to sell this item. So that's about $19 in profit per cartridge. And like I said, there are 2 of these. So a nice little profit off of that lot. And actually, the way this worked, I had 2 lots, and 1 lot with shipping ended up costing me about $38. So really, these 2 items out of the 1 lot are going to pay for that particular lot. So definitely not complaining about that. This is another item out of that same lot. This one is currently selling for $12.99. It's a little bit lower in price. It's the Shrek, but it's still the V Smile Motion. And again, 80 cents cost and $5 in fees. So it's about $6 is what it's costing us to sell it. The $12.99 list price. So we're going to make about $6 in profit off of this item. Sticker. Alrighty. And I have 2 more items for today, and then I am done. Let's make sure oh, I actually have 3. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. All right. So these are packages of dock line. Basically, it is a braided nylon rope. I have 1 black and 1 white. One is 15 foot, the other one's 10 foot. These are very specific to the UPC on Amazon to make sure that you are getting the right price for them. Not going to make a huge amount of money, but again, because the ranks are really good and because it's something that I got for cheap and a lot, I'm going to go ahead and send it in just to offset the cost of my lot. They're currently selling for, it looks like, between $8 and $10 a piece, and with $4.50 in fees. So you can figure about $5.30 is what it's costing us to sell these items. So even at the $8 sell price, we're still going to make a few dollars, but if it sells for 10, then, you know, that's even better. And because there's 2 of them, yeah, because there's 2 of them, that again makes it worth it. I have to make sure that I actually, this is 10 feet. What's this one? Make sure that I actually get the right sticker on the right item, because if I don't, then what happens is when somebody orders the black one, they'll actually end up getting the 6047. They'll actually get the wrong color, and we don't want that to happen. That kind of stuff would get you in trouble with Amazon, so you do have to be very careful about mistakes and things. And these are still sealed. They don't have sticker labels, but they are actually stapled in the plastic. So get all that. I think I might actually get all this stuff in here. All right, we have 1 more item. And let me grab it so I can show it to you. All right. This actually happens to be an item that I got off of the last bulk order that I had picked up or ordered. And it actually is just a giant throw pillow. And when I checked it in December for my last Amazon order, it actually was not even selling. I think the price on it was like $14. And double check this, see where we're at now. Yes, the price was at like $14 and it had $12 in fees. So, and I think I ended up paying about, I think with that bulk order, I might have paid $8. So I paid a little bit more for the item with $12 in fees. That means the pillow literally is costing me $20 to sell. So it's not really worth it for me to send in, but I just on a whim decided to check it again yesterday as I was getting this Amazon order together and realized that the prices went up. I think what has happened is several people probably got these from bulk orders and put them in, and it now has a really good rank, and they're currently selling for about $27.83. I currently have mine for FBA at $29.99. May or may not sell for that price, but that will give me my money back plus another $8 in profit off this item. And with the rank on Amazon, it should go pretty quick. So decided that I'm going to go ahead and send this one in and get it out of here. It's just another item. The only other thing I could have done was maybe sell it here at home, or maybe could have gotten $10 for it on Facebook Marketplace, and that would only have allotted me a $2 profit off of this item. So my profit margins on bulk are just a little too close. So even though it is, you know, it's big, but it doesn't really have a whole lot of weight to it. So I still think it's worth sending it to Amazon and letting them sell it and let them deal with it, because the rank is going to disappear pretty fast anyways. So that is it for today. I've done pretty good. 35, just hit 35 minutes, and we managed to get through 22 different items. Actually, I have 33 items in this order, but 22 different UPC codes. So that is my update for February. Don't know if I'll have another Amazon order coming up this week or not. You guys just keep selling and keep working. And, no matter what you do, you got to keep working on it. And because it's one thing I'm learning is that sometimes the learning process is slow, but keep trying, because you're going to get there and you're going to get better at the business. And you could sit and watch these videos and yes, you're going to glean certain things from the videos and you're going to learn from them, but you're going to learn more from actually doing. So even though you might sit and watch these videos, sit and listen to them, please continue to try and enlist yourself and keep trying new things, keep trying new sourcing habits. I didn't do real well with the bulk orders, but I did much better with the orders the two lots that I picked up on eBay. So I'm finding ways that I can source from home. That's definitely increasing the number of items that I have coming in. So, and that was my goal. So that's my tip for today, is just to keep trying, keep on keeping on, keep listing, just keep chugging along, and you're going to learn something from it, even if you don't realize that you are. So hope everyone's having a great week. Happy listing.